Hey guys, welcome back to Figure Unboxing. If you're finding me for the first time, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the future content. In this video, we're going to take a look at the S.H.Figuarts YAMCHA from Dragon Ball Z. And I've always had this figure, but I just never got around to it, but better late than never, right? I'm pretty sure most of you are familiar with this, so let's quickly go over it. Here's the left of the box, here's the right of the box, and here's the back of the box. And I also got the custom hair set, so we're going to try these out as well. And yeah, let's bust this thing open and see what we got. And here we have the figure still in the inner packaging, looking really good. Personally, I don't care for the Cyber Man, but I digress. Let's check out the figure itself. Alright, so here we have the figure itself. And as expected from S.H.Figuarts Dragon Ball line, the figure is beautifully made. And let's just take a closer look at the figure. I love all this attention to detail. It's got a good amount of shading on it. And this guy should be using all the latest technology from Bandai. And it looks really, really good. Again, I got this figure a while back, but I just never got to it. But, you know, now we're here and it looks really good. And let's jump straight into the articulation. And for the articulation, let's quickly go over it from the neck down. He can look up about this much, look down about this much, and you can turn his head no problem. And the hair piece is on a ball joint, which is really nice. And you can raise his arm up about this much. He does have butterfly shoulder. That's going to be really good for some posing. And he can raise his arm up about this much. You do have bicep swivel. You can curl about this much, and you do get the ball wrist. And for the ab crunch, you can bend forward about this much, then backwards about this much. You have some pretty good side-to-side movement. And you can move the gi away like so. Kick out about this high, bend about this much, thigh swivels, side-to-side pivot, and toe hinge. Yeah, so this guy is pretty much just using the 2.0 body. Nothing is really new here. And let's check out the accessories. And for the accessories, we can start with the default face, and I think it looks really good. And next up, we get an angry teeth gritting face. And then we get a shouting face. And lastly, we have a confident smiling face, which is probably my favorite. And for the interchangeable hands, first off, we get a pair of style posing hands, and these are very common for Dragon Ball figures. And next up, we get a pair of ki blasting hands. And the last pair of hands we get is also very common for Dragon Ball figures, and it looks really, really good. And lastly, we have the Suicide Bomber, which I honestly don't care about, like I talked about earlier, but you can move his arm like that. You can also move his head, but you can't move the leg. And yeah, I believe that's it for the accessories. I'm gonna go over the custom accessories and let's try them on right now. And for the custom accessories, first off, we get a short hair version of YAMCHA. And honestly, I'm really surprised by the quality. Like, these Chinese companies are getting better and better at making figures. The scope is okay, the paint job is clean, and it doesn't smell bad. Like, I guess what I'm trying to say is, if I didn't already know this is a knockoff, I wouldn't be able to tell. And for the short hair, the sculpt is a little bit different, so you won't be able to use the authentic head sculpt. Not head sculpt, but like the faceplate over here. But it does come with two types of faceplate, which I think both looks really good. We have a default one and a teeth gritting one. And next up, we get a ponytail version of YAMCHA, which looks really, really good as well. And this one, you will be able to use the authentic face. So yeah, there's a lot of options with this. Also, there's the ball joint for the ponytail. Yeah, I love it. And lastly, we also get this outfit for 10 for this whole set. Again, very nicely painted and sculpted. I wouldn't be able to tell if this is not authentic if I don't already know. And yeah, I believe that's everything I want to show you guys, and let's check out some action poses. Anyways, that was just some quick posing, and I hope you guys enjoyed them. And let's check out some size comparison. And for the size comparison, let us start with the S.H.Figuarts Dragon Ball figures, and I think they look amazing together. There's just something refreshing about getting a new character other than Goku, Vegeta, or Gohan. And I really think it's time for us to get a 2.0 Piccolo. And do let me know in the comments on what you think. And next up, we have some Naruto S.H.Figuarts. And then we have some American IP S.H.Figuarts, some Mexico 112 collective figures, And lastly, we have some Figma figures, and let's jump straight into the final thoughts. Alright, so for the final thoughts, if you're a big fan of DBZ, this figure is definitely a must-have. Beautiful paint work, amazing sculpt, and he does come with a fair amount of accessories. You won't be needing another YAMCHA figure for a very long time. And I also do highly recommend the third-party thing I showed you guys earlier. Personally, I got mine from eBay and I live in California. But if you live in Asia, I think it will be easier if you just get it from Taobao. But yeah, I think that's it from me. Do let me know in the comments on what you think. And this is Eric. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow me on Facebook and Instagram. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.